Hi peeps, it's Jamie and welcome to Wellness Wednesday. I hope you guys are all doing fabulous, whether you're out in Cali or in Chicago where it's actually really chilly here. Hi Julie, thanks for joining us. Um, I'm so glad you're here, and I discovered something that made me literally freak out. I read this report about kale. Now, I don't know how many of you are eating kale because everyone says kale, kale, kale. Hey, Jen, thanks for watching. Glad you're here. Welcome to Wellness Wednesday. The kale has been like the most touted vegetable. I'm always posting videos about how I grill it up and put it in my brown rice. People put it in their pasta. Kale is everywhere. So, of course, now what has happened? They're growing more kale, and kale has become one of, they call it the dirty dozen. And this is a list of fruits and vegetables that are the most heavily sprayed with pesticides, okay? So this was like a total shocker for me. This is crazy. You're not even going to believe this, okay? So kale, counted as one of the dirty dozen by this group called the Environmental Working Group, all right? And they do this every year. They rank, look at my hair, it's so messy. They rank the top most heavily sprayed fruits and vegetables that contain the highest amount of pesticide residue, all right? And kale came up as one of the highest this year. And it's crazy because it's they found residue after washing. That's the part that kind of blows me away. So the residue was so heavy that even after people washed the kale and rinsed it, the residue was still there, up to 18% residue of this pesticide called DACTHAL. And it's obviously designed to prevent, bugs and all of that from eating the plants. But here are some of the other ones ranked alongside the kale. So these are heavily sprayed, and this is why it's even more important to buy organic for these particular items because they are the most heavily sprayed. So strawberry, spinach, nectarines, grapes. I've always heard strawberries and grapes were the two worst. Peaches, cherries, pears, tomato, celery, and potatoes. Now, what's so interesting is, hi, April, honey, good to see you. What's so interesting was kale, kale wasn't as popular as it is now. So it never made it onto these lists. And now all of a sudden it's super popular. So even the testers were surprised that kale had so much pesticide. So here's what they found. More than 92%. You guys, that's so flippin' high. More than 92% of kale had residue from at least 2 pesticides after washing and peeling the vegetables. 60% of the kale that they found had a pesticide known as a potential carcinogen, all right? So why do they even use the pesticide? Well, it helps protect the crops against insects and bugs, but it's also about production. So in our country, it's about how much can we produce, not necessarily how healthy it is. And of course, then we consume those foods with pesticides on them, and then we have the potential to be sick. All right. And so there's a lot of studies that show that. They also released the Clean 15. These are a list of produce that have the least amount of pesticides. So I'm going to tell you what these are so you can be shopping smart. And so, of course, then it's not as critical to buy organic if that's, part of your budget, if that's not part of your budget, because these are the least heavily sprayed. And hi, Amy, glad you're with us. All right, so here is the Clean 15, okay? Avocados, eggplants, asparagus, kiwi, cabbage, cauliflower, broccoli, cantaloupe, mushrooms, and honeydew melon. And so that's, a little bit safer. It's kind of like what happened with soy. When soy became so popular, then they mass produced it. They sprayed it with all these chemicals. They put it in everything. Like soy's even in the, tomato sauce. So soy is, designed to make things taste creamier. And the truth is, soy is not good for us because it mimics the female hormones. So I don't know how we got off the subject, but the truth of the matter is, like, no one's watching out for our food except us. So you really need to realize, so here you are, you could be eating toxic brew. So how does that happen? Well, let's just say you have kale for lunch, kale on your, whatever, with rice and lunch and chicken, and then you have some grapes or an apple or tomatoes or celery. And so now you're having a hot, all your favorites are the healthy ones, right, April? So, then you're eating like toxic brew. And it's kind of the same thing about, I read a study that so many personal care products are loaded with like mineral oil and lanolins and harmful ingredients. And, the average woman uses 15 to 20 of these every single day. So they may be safe individually, okay? But all together, when you add it all up, now you're putting, toxic stuff on your body. Hi, Debbie. On your body and in your body. And everything you put on your body, gets in your bloodstream in 26 seconds. And that's why, I use pure, safe, and beneficial products. And I recommend them to other people because we want to be healthy and live a long, healthy life. But I was really shocked by the kale because usually I buy organic, but once in a while it doesn't look as good. And so I'll buy something else. And now I know not to. I'm also, if anyone's ever used this, it's Veggie Wash. And it's supposed to, I haven't used it in a long time. And supposedly it safely removes pesticides, waxes, chemicals, and soil. Hi, Eric, from your veggies. So I'm going to have to, I haven't used this, like I said, in a while. Laboratory tested and proven to remove oily pesticide residue. So I'm going to give this a try, and it couldn't hurt. And really take a good close look at what you're eating and is it on the Dirty Dozen. If you want the list of the Dirty Dozen or the 15 clean, just hit me up and I'll email it to you. Just message below or, send me a message with your email and I am happy to message it to you or email it to you because it's really important that we take care of our health. We think we're eating so healthy with all these fruits and vegetables, but they're heavily sprayed with all these chemicals. And then that's what's making us sick. Hi, Mike. So glad you're on. I'm going to have Mike Sassarosi as my guest next Wednesday. So make sure to join us for Wellness Wednesday. We're going to be talking about mental and emotional health. So Mike, can't wait to have you on as a guest. And once again, if you want the list of the Dirty Dozen or the 15 clean, I'm happy to message it to you. I so appreciate each and every one of you. And unfortunately, now we have to watch out for kale. Make it a great one, everybody. Peace out. I love you.